a little bit of a testing. We do a little trolling. Okay, let me get everything set up over here real quick because I'm professional like that. We do this after. But in the meantime, if things are on, I welcome you, all future viewers. Today we are playing some Okie Doki, right? Because, I really haven't been feeling much like myself. No games speak to me right now. Call of Duty Vanguard, bleh. Infinite, mediocre compared to Literature Club, if you ask me. Don't worry, these are all jokes, or are they? I want to read a book, and I have problems reading books. I can't. Hold on, let me check the audio real quick. I want to read. Yes, okay. I want to read myself a book, but I can't read. So I joining a literature route. What? What the fuck? I want to read a book, and I need these people to help me. Is this just DLC for the game? Oh. Okay. Let's get to it then. We're just jumping into this. I don't know. Okay. Here is these 4 wonderful girls here are gonna help me read. It is Literature Club for a reason. Now, warning to those, apparently this game has spooky psychological warfare or something in it. I don't know. I've only seen minor things about this game and completely forgot some of them. And I was like, you know what? I feel like some psychological warfare today. Enter my name, bro. Beethoven. Okay. I don't know. Hey. I see an annoying girl running towards me from the distance.
How's it going?
I see an annoying girl. It is going good right now. We are playing a spooky game right now. So hold on, let me do the reading because this is what we're about. I see an annoying girl running towards me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious. I almost choked that. Oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. This is why I'm joining the club. That girl is Sayori, my neighbor and good friend since we were children. The kind of friend you'd never see yourself making today, but it just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. I do not know that friend. All my friends are birds. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. Well then, set an alarm. That's not that hard. But if she's going to chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let Sayori catch up with me. Personally, I would run. Yeah, I know that's what that was. She was fucking running. I overslept again. Have an alarm on, dipshit. But I caught you this time. Maybe, but only because I decided to stop and wait for you. Oh, that's me. That was Beethoven. My bad. Maybe, but only because I decided to stop and wait for you. You say that like you were thinking about ignoring me? Most definitely. That's mean, Beethoven. Of course it is. That was the intention. Well, if people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want them to think we're a couple or something. Fine. But you did wait for me after all. I guess you don't have it in you to be mean, even if you wanted to. Whatever you say. Yeah. We cross the street together and make our way to school. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute. By the way, Beethoven, have you decided on a club to join yet? A club? I told you I'm not really interested in joining any club. Maybe the chess club. Haven't been looking either. Yeah, that's not true. You told me you would join the club this year. Did I? I'm sure it's possible that I did in one of our many conversations where I dismissively go along with whatever she's going on about. Sorry, likes to worry a little too much about me when I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime like a true champion, apparently. I was talking about how I'm worried that you won't learn how to socialize or have any skills before college. Your happiness is really important to me, you know. And I know you're happy now, but I die at the thought of you becoming a NEET in a few years because you're just not used to the real world. You trust me, right? Nope. Don't make me keep worrying about you. Alright, I'll look at a few clubs to make you happy. No promises though. Will you at least promise me you'll try a little? Nope. I guess I'll promise you that. Yay! Why do I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? Because you are a peasant. If this was me, I would have been fuck no. More than that, I'm surprised I even let myself relent to her. I guess seeing her worry so much about me makes me want to ease her mind at least a little bit, even if she does exaggerate everything inside of her head. Is that the game? Oh, it's gonna be a primarily reading game because I joined a literature club for that reason. The school day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I packed up my things, I stare blankly at the wall looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. Sayori wants me to check out some clubs because I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Hello? Sayori? Coming into the classroom, I was spacing out, checking around and realized I was only alone. I thought I'd catch you coming out of the classroom, but I just saw you so I came in. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed. Don't be. You don't need to wait up for me if it's gonna make you late to your own club. Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought you know what? Well, that you could come to my club, Sayori. Yeah? There's no way I'm going to your club. Definitely not. Endgame. Right now. Roll credits, please. Meanie. Sayori is vice president of the literature club. Not that I was ever aware that she had any interest in literature, the fine arts, you know. In fact, I'm 99% sure she only did it because she thought it would be fun to help start a new club. Since she was the first one to show interest after the one who proposed the club, she inherited the title of vice president. That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less. Yeah, I'm going to the anime club. Come on, please. Why do you care so much anyways, huh? Well, I kinda told the club yesterday I would bring in a new member, and Natsuki made cupcakes and everything. Don't make promises you can't keep. Exactly. Life lesson number 1 right there. I don't come, you look like a fucking clown. Simple as that. I can't tell if Sayori is really that much of an airhead, or if she's so cunning as to plan this all out. I let out a long sigh. Fine, I'll stop by for a cupcake. Yay, let's go. That was a yes, but still. And thus, today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. I dejectedly followed Sayori across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit. Sayori, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. Everyone, the new member is here. I told you, don't call me a new member. I glance around the room. Token girl number 1, my favorite character, let's go! Welcome to the literature club, it's a pleasure meeting you. Sayori always says nice things about you. Seriously? You brought a boy? Token girl number 2! Way to kill the atmosphere. Token girl 3, let's go! Ah, Beethoven, what a nice surprise. She knows me too. Bro, token girl number 3. Welcome to the club. All words escape me in this situation. We got Thanos hair, bubblegum dum dum, and token girl, what was that, 3 I believe, on the left. The gang's all here, and Sayori I guess, but I mean, come on man. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. I mean, I guess it's a pick and choose situation, you know. It's what was I expecting? It's an anime game. What was I expecting? What are you looking at? Token girl number 3? Token girl number 2? Get back in your place. If you want to say something, say it. Sorry, my bad, Natsuki. Aha, we're learning the lore. The lore. The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes her look like a first-year student. She's also the one who made cupcakes, according to Sayori. Can I, do you think I could probably, pick her up? I could, pick her up and, throw her across the room, maybe? I think I could do that. That's something. You can just ignore her when she gets moody. Sayori says that quietly into my ear when I turn back towards the other girls. Anyways, this is Natsuki, full of energy. This is Yuri, the smartest in the club. Don't say things like that. You're from Russia, aren't you? Nobody else. Hey, see? Just like the chat. I don't understand that. I don't speak Russian. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Sayori and Natsuki. Beethoven, my man. Well, it's nice to meet both of you. And it sounds like you already know who Monica is. Is that right? That's right. No, it's not. I don't know who you are. It's great to see you again, Beethoven. She smiles sweetly. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talk, but we were in the same class last year. Monica was probably the most popular girl in the class. Smart, beautiful, athletic. Basically, completely out of my league. Amen to that, brother. So
hello.
So having her smile at me so genuinely feels... Hello. My bad. Oh, crap. History. Okay, I guess not. We didn't need the history anyways. Someone get the lore up. We need to know what happened there. It's critical to our investigation. You too, Monica. Come sit down, Beethoven. We made room for you at the table so you can sit next to me or Monica. I'll get the cupcakes. I don't want cupcakes right now. Hey, I made them. I'll get them. Sorry, I got a little too excited. Then how about I make some tea as well? Maybe. I'm not much a tea person. Maybe. The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. As I already mentioned, it's been widened so that there's one space next to Monica and one space next to Sayori. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room where Natsuki grabs a tray and Yuri opens the closet. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand. Okay, are you ready? Ta-da! Natsuki lifts the foil off the tray to reveal a dozen white fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. The whiskers are drawn with icing, and the little pieces of chocolate we used to make ears. Oh, that actually kind of sounds good right now. I'm not gonna cap. So cute. Oh my god, I had no idea you were this good at baking. Bravo, Natsuki. Well, just hurry and take one. Yeah, the side hustle. I got you.
I speak English very poorly, but I'm interested to see how you go through this game.
I'm gonna go through this game poorly, don't worry. Sayori grabs one first, then Monica. I follow. It's delicious. This is why I joined the literature club. Sayori talks with her mouth full and has already managed to get icing on her face. Wow. I turn the cupcake around in my finger, looking for the best angle to take a bite. Natsuki is quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. She waiting for me to take a bite. I finally bite down. The icing is sweet, full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki. Why are you thanking me? It's not like you baked this, did you not? I'm offering my thanks to you. made him for you or anything. Technically did, Sayori said. Well, maybe, but not for you. Not for you, no. You, homie. Alright. I give up on Natsuki's weird logic and dismiss the conversation. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom? Don't worry, the teacher gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of coffee help you enjoy a good book? I mean, I guess. There you go. Yeah, don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. No, she's not. That's not. See, I knew it. Insulted Yuri looks away. I meant that, I believe you. I don't believe you, actually. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea. I don't enjoy tea. Just for your all information, I don't. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. Monica raises an eyebrow, then smiles at me. So what made you consider joining the literature club? I was afraid of this question. Something tells me I shouldn't tell Monica that I was practically dragged here by Sayori. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sayori seems really happy here, so that's okay, don't be embarrassed. We'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the literature club, it is my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. Monica, I'm surprised. How come you decided to start your own club? Can we play chess? You could probably be a board member for any of the major clubs. Weren't you a leader of the debate club yesterday? Well, the side hustle. To be honest, I can't stand all the politics around the major clubs. Politics in clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. And if it encourages others to get into literature, then I'm fulfilling that dream. Monica is
this your first time playing DDLC or have you already passed? Sorry for too many comments.
Yuri also nods in agreement. Oh, this is my first time playing it. It was at like a little bit of a discount on the PlayStation Store, so I was like, I'll just grab it because I thought it would be good. Speaking of, I probably should have considered this. Actually, there we go. Because I'm assuming that's going to be a big thing, but I just didn't want to mess anything up. Okay. But yeah, this is my first time playing it blind, basically. Yuri also nods in agreement. Then I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start a new life. You could put it that way. Not many people are interested in putting out all the efforts to start something brand new, especially when it's something that doesn't grab the attention of literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events like the festival that much more important. Oh, I'm gonna need it, I imagine. I'm confident that we all can really grow to this club before we graduate. Right, everyone? Yeah, we'll do our best. You know it. I am not ready. Everyone enthusiastically agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard just to find these three. Maybe that's why they were also delighted by the idea of a new member joining, though I still don't really know if I can keep up with their level of enthusiasm about literature. So Beethoven, what kinds of things do you like to read? Well, concerning how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga, I muttered quietly to myself. Suddenly, Natsuki pokes her head up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyways, what about Yuri? What about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her fingers. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. I just like reading Jurassic Park. The novelization is so good. But that's a different story. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling you a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seemed so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes lit up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. But you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you out for a loop? Anyways, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. I read a horror book once. I desperately grasped something I can relate to at a minimum level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock. Really? I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri. For someone as gentle as you, I guess you could say that. But if a story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. Ugh, I hate horror, my man. Oh, why's that? Well, I just spooky. And Natsuki eyes darts out me for a split second. Never mind. That's right. That's right. You usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? What? Aha, calling her out. What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind the glass. It looked like you were working on a poem called Don't Say It Out Loud and give me that back. Fine, fine. Yeah, your cupcake, your poems, everything you do is just as cute as you are. The plot thickens, my boys. So Sayori slides up behind Natsuki, putting her hands on her shoulders. I'm not cute. She has the little greater than, less than eyes. Natsuki, you write your own poems? Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Why don't you say them sometimes? No. She averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. Not a very confident writer yet. I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example to help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. Womp. That's a boo womp moment right there. If I had a soundboard, boo womp. I guess it's the same for Yuri. Aw, I wanted to read everyone's poems. I brought a poem. It's called Boo Womp. We all sit in silence for a moment. In the name of the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit, amen. Okay, I have an idea for everyone. Natsuki and Yuri looks quizzically at Monika. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. The next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way, everyone is even. Yeah, let's do it. Plus, now that we have a new member, I think it'll help us all get a little more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club. Isn't that right, Beethoven? Monika smiles warmly at me once again. Hold on, there's still one problem. What's that? Now that we're back to the original topic of me joining the club, I've bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. Sayori may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made a decision just yet. I still have other clubs to look at, and I lose my train of thought. All four girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. I'm gonna die. But I'm sorry, I thought, Beethoven, you all...
Bye.
I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? Alright, bye. Have a good night, I guess. I don't know if you're sleeping or not, but bye, good night. That is, if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls, right? Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girls' eyes light up. I thought I was gonna die. Yes, I'm so happy. Sayori wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey, you really did scare me for a moment. If you really just came for the cupcakes, I would have been super pissed. And that makes it official. Welcome to the literature club. Thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone, I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Where's the initiation handshake? Never mind. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem, bring it to the next meeting so like I share. Monika looks all over me. Beethoven, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Yeah. Can I really impress the class star Monika with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up their food. Hey, Beethoven, since we're already here, do you want to walk home together? That's right, Sayori and I never walk home together anymore because she always stayed after school for clubs. Sure, might as well. Yay. With that, the two of us depart the club room and make our way home. The whole May, my mind wanders back and forth between the four girls, Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course, Monica. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Alright, I just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. I guess that starts with writing tonight's poem. Do I get to type it out? Do I get to, write it myself? Okay, it's time to write a poem. Pick words you think your favorite club members will like. Something good might happen with whoever likes your poem the most. Okay, let's think. Philosophy. A philosophical kitty with some milk. Went on a journey. And poof. Throw some fucking self-advertisement in there. Candy too. You know, it's unintentional, but I'm just impressing what's her name? Sensation. Mouse. Climax. Bubbles. Electricity. What is that? What is Monica like? I want to get like kawaii. Desire? Passion. There we go. It's one jump from them. Minimum. Determination. Romance. Marshmallow. Suicide. Oh. Destiny. I made the best poem ever. Hi again, Beethoven. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Nah, don't worry. It might be a little strange for me, but I at least kept my word. Well, I'm back at the literature club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise, Beethoven. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you, making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Oh, come on, did you say he deserves any slack? Like he deserves any slack. I do deserve slack. I made the best poem ever. And last year too. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what, but if you don't take it seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room. Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga. Manga is literature. Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat. Don't worry, guys. Beethoven always gives it his best. As long as he's having fun. He helps me with busy work without even asking. Like cooking, cleaning my room. How dependable. Sorry, that's because your room is so messy it's distracting you. And you almost set your house on fire once. Is that so? Yeah. You two are really good friends, aren't you? I might be a little jealous. How come you and Beethoven can become good friends too? Sayori? As usual, Sayori seems oblivious to the weird situation she just put me into. Oh, Yuri even brought you something today, you know, ID? Oh, wait, she did? What do you think it is, guys? Funny stuff, okay. Wait, Sayori, and me? Not really. Don't be shy. It's really nothing. What is it? Okay, let's take a guess, guys. Let's take a guess. Let's think about this for just a second. I think it's a mouse. Never mind. Sorry, made it sound like it's a big deal when it's really not. What do I do? I'm sorry, Yuri. I wasn't thinking. Guess that means it's up to me to rescue this situation. Hey, don't worry about it. I'll take the mouse after. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place, so any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy no matter what. Is that so? Yeah, I won't make a big deal of it if you don't want it to be. Alright, well, here. Gary reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked a book I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so you should keep your attention. It should keep your attention, even if you don't usually read. And we could, discuss it if you want. This is... How is this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book for me she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much. Gary, thank you. I'll definitely read it. Definitely italicized. Italian. I enthusiastically take the book. Phew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. It's ass. Moving on. Now that everyone's settled in, I expected Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club, but that doesn't seem to be the case. Sayori and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in the book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. I hear Natsuki utter an separated sigh from within the closet. She seems to be annoyed by something. I approach her in case she needs a hand. You looking for something in there? Freaking Monica. She never puts my stuff back in the right spots. What's the point of keeping your collection organized if someone else is just gonna mess it up? Natsuki slides a bunch of stacked books and boxes across the shelf. Manga. You read manga, right? Sometimes. Manga is one of those things where you can't admit you're really into it unless you figure out where the other person stands. How did you know anyways? I heard you bring it up at some point. Besides, it's kind of written on your face. What's that supposed to mean, huh? I see. This long volume of manga amidst the stacks of various books on the side of one of the shelves. Curious, I pull out the stack. There it is. Natsuki snatches it out of my hand, and she turns to a box of manga and slips the volume right in the middle of the rest. Much better. Seeing a box set with one book missing is probably the most irritating sight in the world. I know that feeling. I get a closer look at the box she's admiring. Parfait Girls? It's a series I've never heard in my life. This probably means it's either way out of my demographic. It's simply terrible. If you're gonna judge, can you do it through the glass on the door? She points to the classroom door. Hey, I wasn't judging anything. I didn't even say anything. It was the tone of your voice. But I'll tell you one thing, Beethoven. Consider this a lesson straight from the literature club. Don't judge a book by its cover. In fact, Natsuki pulls out the first volume of Parfait Girls from the box. I'm going to show you exactly why. Shoves the book into my hands. I start the cover. Features 4 girls in colorful attire striking animated feminine poses. It's exceedingly Mo from Simpsons. Don't just stand there. Wow. Natsuki grabs my arm and pulls me out of the closet. She then takes a seat against the wall beneath the windowsill. She pats me on the ground next to her, signaling me to sit there. Wouldn't chairs be more comfortable? I take my seat. Chairs wouldn't work. We can't read at the same time like that. Why's that? I guess it's easier to be close like this. Don't just say that. You'll make me feel weird about it. You're being weird about it, though. Natsuki crosses her arms and scooches an inch away from me. Sorry, my bad. I didn't exactly expect to be sitting this close to her either. Not that I could say it's a particularly bad thing. I opened the book. It's only a few seconds before Natsuki once again inches closer, reclaiming the additional space while she hopes I won't notice. I can feel her peering over my shoulders, much more eager to begin reading than I am. Wow, how long has it been since I read the beginning? You don't get back and flip through older volumes every now and then? Not really. Maybe sometimes after I've already finished the series. Hey, are you paying attention? Nope. I am, but nothing really happened yet, so I can talk at the same time. It looks like it's just a bunch of friends in high school. Typical slice of life affair. I kind of grew out of these since it's rare for the writing to be entertaining enough to make up for the lack of plot. So, what should I expect from this? Is there going to be a plot? Well, obviously. You think I would enjoy something that didn't have a plot? I mean, well, I guess I know what you're saying. A lot of the beginning is about simple things. Like, there's a really funny chapter where they're obsessed with a guy at the ice cream shop, but that just helps you get to know the characters. And besides, it's still entertaining. But later on, there's all kinds of drama. Like when they get into all their backstories, and when some of the romance starts to happen, that's what really makes it good. There are so many touching parts. I say it ain't so. It sounds like you really know what you're talking about. Maybe I underestimated you. Yeah. Hey, wait. What's that supposed to mean? Ooh, that's such a weird... Never mind. It gives me a little shove. I just meant that I haven't seen you at your full potential. Good save. This chapter seems to be about baking. This is just a guess, but is there a lot of baking in this manga? Well, Mitsuki pauses for a moment as if she doesn't want to admit to something. Yeah, why does that matter? It doesn't. I was just curious since you enjoy baking too, right? That's just a coincidence, I think not. I just happened to get into baking around the same time I got into this manga. Like I would ever get into anything just because it's a manga. I feel bad for anyone that impressionable. Definitely not a coincidence. I guess that explains Natsuki's interest in baking. Still, all of the hobbies to pick up from a manga, that's definitely one of the better ones. Not to mention, she's really good at it too, so who am I to judge? Hey, we got a new camera. We're like right close to the fucking closet too. I just realized. We read on for a few more minutes. Okay, what do you think's gonna happen, my boys, my girls? I think... Do you guys think? I finished a couple of chapters at this point. I think so. Are you sure this isn't boring for you? It's not, even though you're just watching me read. Well, I'm fine with that. If you say so, I guess it's fun sharing something you like with someone else. I always get excited when I convince any of my friends to pick up a series I enjoy. You know what that means? You know? Her eyes moved. I didn't even notice that. That's not... Well, I wouldn't really know. What do you mean? Don't you share your manga with your friends? Could you not rub it in? Jeez. My bad. I could never get my friends to read this. They're just gonna think manga is for kids. I can't even bring it up without them being all like, you still haven't grown out of these yet? Makes me want to punch them in their face. I know those kind of people. Honestly, it takes a lot of effort to find friends who don't judge, much less friends who are also into it. I'm already kind of a loser, so I guess I gravitated towards the other loser over time. But it's probably harder for someone like you. Yeah, that's pretty accurate. Wait, which part? I mean, I feel like I can't even keep it in my own room. I don't even know what my dad would do if he found this. At least it's safe here in the club room. Except Monica was kind of a jerk about it. Oh, I can't win, can I? Well, it paid off in the end, didn't it? I mean, here I am reading it. Well, it's not like that solves any of my problems. Maybe. But at least you're enjoying it yourself, right? She blushed. So? Geez, that's enough. Gonna keep reading or what? Yeah. I flipped the page. Suddenly, Natsuki began laughing. Is it a joke? Is it a funny joke? Is it a funny joke? Please be a chicken cross the road joke. I totally forgot that happens. Natsuki puts a finger on one of the panels. I know he's one of my favorite characters. You always feel bad for her since she's so unlucky. Damn! That person is so unlucky. I just gotta laugh. But it gets especially bad when... I shouldn't be talking about that yet. Yeah, just finished the chapter. Just trying to spoil the damn manga for me. Natsuki's voice sparkles with excitement. It's a stark contrast to her usual bossy voice tone. But if she's not used to sharing her favorite manga with her friends, I can understand why. It's hard to express in words the feeling you get when connecting with someone like that. Being able to provide that to Natsuki, for whom it's a rare experience. The thought makes me smile a little to myself. Okay, everyone, are you all ready with today's poems? Oh, come on. Could your timing be any worse? Sorry, I just need to make sure we had enough time. Though you do look pretty cozy over there. Eh. And Natsuki suddenly notices how close she's gotten to me. She hastily slides herself a good 12 inches away from me. Alright, guess I'll stop here for now. I close the book and hand it toward Natsuki. You're just giving it back? Don't you want to know what happens? Yeah, but Monica just said. Don't be dumb, just take it home with you. Is that really alright? I say that mostly because I do plan on using my spare time to read this. Well, of course, it would take you forever to finish if you didn't take it home. Just finish that one before tomorrow so we can start the next one. And if it gets spent, I'll kill you. By tomorrow, I only got partway through the volume so far. Might fall behind on some shows if I try getting through this. But I suppose that's a necessary sacrifice in exchange for... In exchange, it has for Natsuki's, but I'm more scared of what would happen if I don't finish this. Alright then, I stand up. I return where I put my stuff and carefully slip the book into my bed. By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night? Yeah, I did. My relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I couldn't really find much inspiration since I'd never really done this before. Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share with? I can't wait. Sayori and Monica enthusiastically pull out their poems. Sayori's is one on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf? Torn from a spiral notebook. I was like, did you just write that on a leaf? On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a composition notebook? Why did I think that's a compassion? I can already see Monica pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. Who should I show my poem to first? Did I make it more catered to Natsuki? I think, right? Who bounced more? Okay. Yeah, I told Natsuki I was interested in her poem yesterday. It's probably only fair if I shared mine with her first. Please be the right one. Okay, yeah, that was the right one, I believe. Okay, well, let's start with things I don't like. First of all, Natsuki rereads my poem. Never mind, I don't feel like giving you my opinion. And what's the point of sharing in the first place? I wrote this when I could have been doing other things. In fact, remember how I said I wanted to read your poems? That's what I had in mind when writing this. I want to help you feel comfortable enough to share yours, like Monica said. Ooh. Well, I could be more comfortable sharing my poems if yours was... Wait. Well, I would be more comfortable sharing my poem with you if yours was really bad. You were supposed to show me some dumb poem, make me go like, well, it's not that great, but let me show you what real literature looks like. And you went and ruined it. I hope you're happy. I am very much happy. Thank you very much. So in other words, you're saying you liked it. Natsuki retorts, gets caught in her throat. Ooh, you just don't understand anything, do you? I already told you that. You don't have to go announcing it to the world like you're all self-important. Pretty sure you never actually said that. I say that mostly to myself. Natsuki must really hate me or something. I can't figure out if it's a win or loss that she liked my poem. In any case, you still need to show me yours right, verifying, I guess. Only because Monica will make me do it if I don't. Eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can seek, cheetahs can run, eagles can fly, people can try, but that's about it. You know, it's a good poem, right? It could do with a little bit of it could do with a little bit more monkey. Yeah, I told you that you weren't gonna like it. I like it. I didn't like it. I liked the monkey part, and that was about it. That was line 2. What? Just be honest. I loved line 2 especially. Why are you so convinced that I didn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff, so people don't even take my writing seriously. But isn't that the point of poems, to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yes, exactly. I like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard, like in this poem. Seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening, so I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. But other nice things are simple to write, is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like I set up for a rhyme at the end, but made it fall flat on purpose. Helps bring out the feeling in that last line. So you did. I guess more went into that than I realized. That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, didn't you? Yeah, I guess not. I decided to humor her with that last comment. By the way, I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Mitsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. You know, it was amazing, fantastic. Who should I show my poem to next? I guess Yuri, since she was the second highest bound count. Yuri stares at the poem. A minute passes. More than enough time for her to finish reading. Oh, sorry. I forgot to start speaking. It's fine, don't force yourself. I'm not. I just need to put my thought into words. Hold on. Okay. This is your first time writing a poem, right? Yeah. Why do you ask? Just making sure. I guess that it might be after reading through it. So it's that bad? No. Did I just raise my voice? Jesus, man. I'm sorry. Yuri buries her face in her hands. I couldn't help but notice that it's been several minutes and we really haven't gotten anywhere. Yeah, that's how this game's been right now. I mean, I guess I gotta write a poem. It might take Yuri a while to get used to new people. It's fine, I really didn't notice. What were you saying? Right, just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most notable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they fit the two together. The end result is that both styles' expressiveness and are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone, and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that is not something you could be blamed for. There are so many different things. Okay, I came here to read, but not this much. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in this club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little bit biased though. Biased? How? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry, it's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri's apologizing to herself to me or Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily, as if that's a rare opportunity for her, which is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? God, I can't read cursive. Oh my god, you doomed me. Okay, we gotta give it a try. Ghost under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow. Bathing? It must be this one. I can't read this. Somebody that can read cursive, you want to type that in the comment section? I can't. I'm sorry, I must have such terrible handwriting. Yeah, it's cursive, I don't like it. What? I wasn't thinking that at all, but it took you a long time to read. Well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is very pretty. That's a relief. I also liked the poem. Even though it's short, it was very descriptive. It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you liked it. I'll be honest, since it's our first time sharing poems, I wanted to write something a little bit more mild, something easy to digest. Are you into ghosts? Phew. Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, Beethoven. Really? Must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all, but remember the poets often express their thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their works. Nerd. They usually do more than tell simple stories or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn, putting it that way. I haven't even thought about that, really. That's impressive. No, it's not. It's nothing really, exactly. Well, it makes me happy that you think about that. Just remember that it won't be long before you pick up on these things too. Yeah, maybe you're right. I guess I'll have to keep trying. I'm counting on you. No, you're not. Fuck it, we'll give it a Monica. Hi, Beethoven. Having a good time so far? Oh, yeah. Good, glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we could do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyways, why don't you share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Yeah. Don't worry, Beethoven. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know. But it's that sort of barrier we all learn to get past in. Yeah, that's true. I have Monica my poem. Damn, this game is so long. I like it, Beethoven, really? It's a lot cuter than I expected. Oh geez. No. It kinda makes me think of something Natsuki would write. And she's a very good writer too. So take that as a compliment. If you say so. Yep. There are a lot of poems or stories out there that are more than a few simple words. They could be funny, endearing, or even sad, and sometimes they're only a few lines long. Like the monkey. They might even feel like they're written for kids, but if you think about them, then they can express views of the world that would apply to anybody. I see. So you're saying Natsuki is kind of like that? Sort of. Maybe she's not an expert, but you probably won't find much filler in her poems. Like the monkey. Might be easy to write, but they're super challenging to get the meaning through. So I can see why it would be your kind of poem to explore. I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this. That's okay. I'd love to see you try new things. The best way to find your style is that suits you. Everyone else might be a little bit biased towards their own kind of styles, but I'll always help you find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. Not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Kind of such, don't you think, guys? I said a little bit of a Among Us. Anyways, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. I sound pretty confident for someone who claims to be not very good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know? I see. Well, let's read it then. Hole in the wall. Ooh, it's a long one. It couldn't have been me. See the direction the spackle protrudes? A noisy neighbor? An angry boyfriend? I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel blind, like a film left out in the sun. But it's too late. My retina's already scorched with a permanent copy of the meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep, stretching forever into everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realize now that I wasn't looking in, I was looking out, and he was on the other side, looking in. I'm not too smart to understand that, so what do you think? It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to be asking for feedback. It's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. Fuck. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany, yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyways, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about that is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thank you for listening. Who should I show my poem to next? Sayori! You're the last one! This is a good poem, Beethoven. Are you sure it's your first time? Of course. Not that good. I'm kind of guy who writes poems. Am I the kind of guy who would be writing poems in his spare time? I guess you're right. But that's why it's impressive with me. But to be honest, I was afraid that you wouldn't do it seriously, or that you wouldn't write one at all. I'm really happy that you just wrote one. It kind of reminds me of how you're really part of the club now. Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the club room. Or well, of course, I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise. See, it's like I said before, Beethoven. Deep down, you're not selfish at all. Trying new things like this for other people. That's something that only good people do. Really good people do. Thanks, Sayori. I'm not sure if Sayori sees the full picture of my motives here. Then again, I can't deny that she's part of the reason why I joined. Knowing how much this means to her and all, yeah, I'm gonna make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? That'll be my way of thinking of you. Alright, I'm gonna hold you to that then. My poem, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this. We'll see about that. Dear sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you missed me, kissing me on the forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you thrusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above, the sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever. But I'm not mad. I want breakfast. Amen. Oh, that was amazing. Sayori, this is just a guess, but did you wait until morning to write this? No, just a little bit. I can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question. I forgot to do it last night. Well, that was an amazing poem. I especially love the breakfast part. Well, this makes me feel a little bit better about myself. Don't be mean. I still tried my best. Yeah, I didn't mean to say that it was a bad poem. It came out nice, or how should I put it? Sounds just like you. Really? Yeah. Especially that last line. I made eggs and toast. Even though you were late to school, it's bad to skip breakfast. Ooh. Boy, do I got news for you then. I got all cranky. Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyways, thanks for showing me. Yeah, this was so much fun. Monica's the best. Yeah. But next time, I won't forget. I'm gonna write the best poem ever. Well, I guess I look forward to do it. Phew. Guess that's everyone. I glance around the room. That was a little bit more stressful than I anticipated. As if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Sayori and Monica are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They are gingerly exchanging sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrow furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this language? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? The heat, the tension. The tension is as strong as my stuffy nose right now. Thanks, but it didn't really come out nice at all. Well, I do have a couple of suggestions. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Sayori liked it, and Beethoven did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me, I appreciate the offer, but I spent a long time establishing my own writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless, of course, I come across something particularly inspiring, which I haven't yet. And Beethoven liked my poem too, you know. He told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up. Oh, I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member Yuri. Eh? That's not what I what? Ooh, you're just... Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that Beethoven appreciates my advice more than he appreciates yours. Huh? And how do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? I like the monkey, I will admit. I love the monkey. And that you're fooling yourself. No. If I was fooling myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Is everyone okay? Oh, you know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Beethoven started showing up. Homie, what? Homie, what? Bro, you telling me that as soon as the great Beethoven shows up to bless you guys with the writing skills of a god, boobs, yeah. Natsuki, Natsuki, that's a little, this doesn't involve you, get out of here. I don't like fighting, guys. Suddenly both girls turns to me as if they just noticed I was standing there. Beethoven, she's trying to make me look bad. That's not true, she started it. If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing is more effective, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. What's the point in making your poems all convoluted for no reason? The meaning should jump out at the reader, not force them to have to figure it out. Have me explain that to her, Beethoven. Wait. There's a reason we have so many deep and expressive words in our language. It's the only way to convey complex feelings and meaning the most effectively. Avoiding them is not only unnecessarily limiting yourself, it is also a waste. You understand that, right, Beethoven? Well, how did I get dragged into this in the first place? It's not like I know anything about writing, but whomever I agree with, they'll probably think more highly of me. So, of course, that's gonna be... Natsuki, you wrote about the monkey, right? You wrote about our great monkey that can climb. And I couldn't read cursive. Yuri, you're really talented. Well, but Natsuki has a point. I think that I rack my brain in an attempt to back myself up. I think that conveying feelings with a few words can be just as impressive as well. It lets the reader's imagination take over. Natsuki's poem did a really good job at that. Yeah, it did, didn't it? Aha. Shows how much you know. That's not. Natsuki, I think that's enough. Huh? Me? But she was so mean to me. Natsuki voice whines. Look, what we talked about yesterday was right. Writing is a really personal thing, and sharing it can be definitely hard. It looks like we learned that today. Even small criticism can lead to something pretty heated. I glance over my shoulder, Sayori's nodding vigorously. Yeah, so you don't need to feel threatened. You're a great writer, Natsuki. Natsuki's voice gets caught in surprise. Thanks for noticing. She finally mutters that barely audible. Yuri looks at me dejectedly. With a face like that, I can't help but feel bad for her as well. I'm sure that Natsuki didn't mean everything she said, so you don't need to feel threatened either. Well, if you say so. Hey, it's not like you need to apologize for me, Beethoven. Sheesh. Natsuki takes a breath. I think about, Natsuki glances around the room. Would everyone stop staring at me? Unsurprisingly, Natsuki has a harder time with it than she boasted. Sayori and Monica look away. Anyways, think about your boobs. I didn't mean it, okay? That's all. Natsuki looks away, avoiding eye contact with anyone. Yeah, you're naturally beautiful, Yuri. Sayori! I'll go make some tea. I'm just trying to help. I'm sure she appreciates it. Sayori pats Sayori on the shoulder. Well, now that we're past that, everyone's read each other's poem, right? I hope that is worthwhile for everyone, especially you, Beethoven. And to be honest, it's a nice change of pace from the lazing around we got a little too used to. God. So joining my club was so my joining the club was responsible for ruining the atmosphere. No, not at all. There's still time before we go home, so we'll all relax for a bit. Of course, besides chatting, we do literature-related things in the club. So maybe you can take the chance to pick up a book or do some writing. After all, that's what the club's for. I disagree, Monica. About what? That's not the most important thing to do, but the most important thing is having fun. Aha, of course. Well, I guess that's why you're the vice president, Sayori. Yeah. In the end, though, Monica's right. Being in the literature club means I can't spend all my time doing nothing, but in the end, I guess it's been worth it so far. Okay, everyone, just about time for us to leave. How did you all feel about sharing poems? It was a lot of fun. Well, I'd say it was worth it. It was alright, well, mostly. Beethoven, how about you? Yeah, I'd say the same. It was a neat thing to talk about with everyone. Awesome. In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow. And maybe you learned something from your friends too, so your poems will turn out even better. I think to myself, did I learn a little more about the kind of poems everyone likes? With any luck, that means I can at least do a better job impressing those I want to impress. I now to myself with a newfound determination. Beethoven, ready to walk home? Sure, let's go. Sorry, your beans on me. It's truly been a while since Harley and I have spent this much time together. I can't really say I'm not enjoying it either. Sayori, about what happened earlier. What do you mean? You know, between Yuri and Matsuki. Does that kind of thing happen often? No. That's really the first time I've seen them fight like that. I promise they're both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you? No, I don't hate them. I do hate them! I just wanted your opinion, that's all. I could see why they'd make good friends with you. You know, Beethoven, it's nice that I get to spend time with you in the club, but I think seeing you get along with everyone is what makes me the happiest. And I think everyone really likes you too. That's it. You hear? Every day is going to be so much fun. Sigh. Looks like Sayori still hasn't caught on to the kind of situation I'm in. Sure, being friends with everyone is nice, but does it really need to be stopped there? The plot thickens. We'll just have to see what the future holds, Sayori. I pat Sayori on the shoulder. I said that more to myself than her. It's easy to use Sayori as an internal monologue sometimes. Okay, yeah, let's do this. Do I have to do this every time? Bro me. Aw, come on, man. My brain, it's not that good. Lollipop. Peaceful. Holiday. Laugh. Fireflies. Kawaii. Fluffy. Bubbles. Shame. Yes. Poof. Marshmallow. Unstable. Sticky. Depression. Strawberry. Wait, why did she jump at depression? Wait a minute. Huh, that's a bro, that's a little that's a little bit sus right there, if I do say so. That's a little bit Among Us right there. Giggle. Philosophy. Contamination. Marriage. Did I do good? God, my throat hurts right now. Another day passes, it's time for the club meeting already. Got a little bit more comfortable here over the past couple of days. Entertaining the club room, the usual scene greets me. Hi, Beethoven. Yo, Sayori. Looks like you're in a good mood today. Yeah, I'm just still not used to you being in the club, that's all. I see. That's a pretty simple thing to get you into the good mood. But I guess it's always the simple things with you anyway. Speaking of which, I'm kinda hungry. Will you come with me to buy a snack? No thanks. That's not like you at all. I have my reasons. Why don't we take a look at your purse, Sayori? Why that all of a sudden? No reason really. Just wanted to look at it. Sayori nervously retrieves her coin purse. He fumbles with the latch and gets it open, then she turns it upside down and lets the contents spill onto the desk. Only 2 small coins fall out. I knew it. I can see right through you, Sayori. That's not fair. How did you even know? It's simple. If you had enough money in the first place, you would have bought a snack before coming to the club room. So either you're not hungry, you want an excuse to take a walk, or you planned to conveniently forget that you spent all your money so that I would have to lend you some. But there's one more thing. You're always hungry. And so, that only leaves the one option. I give up. Don't make me feel guilty. If you feel guilty, that means you deserve to feel guilty. Yuri suddenly giggles. I didn't notice that she was listening in. Her face is in her book as always. I wasn't listening or anything. It was just something in my book. Yuri, tell Beethoven to let me borrow some money. Don't get me involved like that, Sayori. Besides, you should only buy what you can responsibly afford. And frankly, after pulling a mischievous little stunt like that, little sus right there, your suffering is fair enough retribution. Jesus. I didn't mean that. I got too absorbed in my book. I really like it when you speak your mind, Yuri. It doesn't happen much, but it's a fun side of you. I want to drink real quick. Refreshing. There's no way you could think that. You were right though. I did something bad, and now I have to accept the retribution. Yeah. Still, coming from you, sorry. I guess there's a little devil inside all of us, isn't there? Yeah. I'm still taking a drink. My throat burns right now. Don't let her fool you. Sayori knows exactly what she's doing. After all, she told you guys she's bringing me into the club before she even told me. But you wouldn't have to come in if it weren't for the cupcakes. So I had to trick Natsuki into making them. Come on, give me more credit than that, Sayori. Out of nowhere, something smacks Sayori in the face and tumbles onto the desk. Pop! Yeah! Ow, what was? A cookie? Sure enough, there's a giant cookie wrapped in plastic. Sayori glances around. Is this a miracle? It's because I paid my retribution. Actually, that one almost worked. I was just gonna give it to you, but then I heard you blab about the cupcakes. It was totally worth seeing your reaction, though. Natsuki! That's so nice of you. I'm so happy. Sayori hugs the cookie. She's just eat it. Exactly. Sayori rapidly opens the wrapper and takes a big bite. Shogu. Claps her hand over her mouth. I bit my tongue. Yeah. Going through a lot over just one cookie. Natsuki takes a bite of her own cookie. Yours looks really good too, Natsuki. Can I try it? Jeez, beggars can't be choosers. But yours is chocolate. Yeah, why do you think I gave you that one? Fine. I'm so really happy that you shared this one with me. Yeah. Sayori gets out of her seat and goes by Natsuki, then wraps her arms around her. Jeez. I get it. Cookie still in hand. Natsuki reaches up to nudge Sayori off of her. Sayori suddenly leans down, takes a bite out of Hey, did you seriously just do that? Jesus, what the hell, man? The plot thickens. Yuri and I laugh. Jeez, you're such a kid sometimes. Monica, can you tell Sayori if Natsuki glances around? Monica isn't in the clubroom. Where's Monica anyways? Good question. Have you heard about what's been... Have any of you heard about anything about her being late today? Not me. Yeah, I haven't either. That's a bit unusual. I hope she's okay. Of course she's okay. She's probably just had something to do today. She's pretty popular after all. You don't think she has a... I wouldn't be surprised. She probably has more desirables than all of us combined. That's true. Excuse me. Suddenly the door swings open. Sorry, I'm super late. There you are. I didn't mean to be late. I hope you guys weren't worried or anything. Monica chose the club over her boyfriend after all. You're so strong-willed. Boyfriend? What on earth are you talking about? Monica quizzically glances at me. Never mind that. What held you up anyways? Well, my last period today was study hall. To be honest, I kinda just lost track of time. That makes no sense though. You'll have had to have heard the bell ring at least. I must have not heard it since I was practicing piano. I wasn't aware you played music at all. Her face looks a little bit sussy among... I don't really. Kinda just started recently. I always wanted to learn piano. That's so cool. You should play something for us, Monica. Monica looks at me. Maybe once I get a little bit better, I will. Yay, that sounds cool. I'd also look forward to it. Is that so? In that case, I won't let you down, Beethoven. Piano, Beethoven. Monica smiles sweetly. I didn't mean any pressure or anything like that. Ah, don't worry. Been practicing a whole lot recently, but you just said. And I'd really love the chance to share once I'm ready. I see. In that case, better luck, thanks. So I didn't miss anything, did I? No, not really. I choose to leave Sayori's mischievousness behind. I'm sure Natsuki will end up complaining to her anyways. It looked like everyone has already settled down. Sayori somehow already finished her entire cookie. Yuri's back to her book, and Natsuki disappeared into the closet. Natsuki. Not long before, Natsuki comes to me expectantly. Yeah, don't worry, I kept my promise. Pull out the first volume of Parfait Girls out of my bag. Natsuki takes it from my hands, then quickly turns it over, presumably to check for wrinkles. Hey, I'm not that careless. I handle manga all the time, you know. Just wanted to make sure. Can you blame me for being paranoid? Yes. I don't give people my manga every day, you know. That's true. I don't blame you. Well, anyways, let me put this one back. I'm gonna get the next one, okay? Okay. Oh, I accidentally skipped that. I followed her go. So you're gonna tell me everything you taught, right? What did this volume leave off again? I forgot. Ah, the chapter ended when Minori and Alice found Monica. Natsuki's voice resonates out from inside the closet. Up here inside. All of Natsuki's books are lined up on the top shelf. Did you move my mangas again? Ah, sorry. The teacher got mad at me for taking up so much space in her closet, so I had to move some stuff around and clean up a little bit. It's all still there, I just had to organize it a bit. The top shelf is far above me. Short. She makes a futile hop, trying to figure out how to reach her mangas. Jeez, this is so inconvenient. I'm moving all these back down. There's plenty of rooms on these shelves. And besides, they're all pretty to look at when they're all lined up. Why'd you waste that on the top shelf? Ah, Natsuki. There's a stool on the wall over there. In the closet, there's a collapsible stool that is hanging on the wall. If you want, I could reach up there and hand them to you. I could get them myself. Natsuki grabs the stool from the wall and unfolds it. You think I'm too short or something? I knew it. Well, you know what? Just watch me. Natsuki hops onto the stool, which ends up being a little bit wobbly, but because of its collapsible design. Oh, hello again. Careful. I know what I'm doing. Standing on the stool, Natsuki's fingertips reach the top shelf. The stool would be enough for me to easily grab the books, but Natsuki is being stubborn as usual. Ooh. Natsuki uses her fingers to scoot one of the smaller books to the edge of the shelf. The book suddenly tips. Natsuki barely catches it before it falls to the floor. The stool wobbles. Wow! Losing balance, hops off the stool. Thankfully, she was able to stay on her feet. She holds the box triumphantly. There. Having almost fell, Natsuki is a bit shaken up. Jeez. No need to prove yourself to me. There's no way you'll be able to get the bigger boxes like that. I can reach them, so I said I can do it. I don't want your help, okay? I'm gonna get the chair, so hang on. Natsuki forces her way past me out of the closet. Let's see here. Classroom chairs have the desks attached, so they're too inconvenient to fit into the closet. Natsuki trots over to the teacher's desk, which has a computer chair behind it. She rolls it on its wheel back over the closet. It's a little dangerous since the chair swivels and rolls, but I already learned my lesson, so I keep my mouth shut. Ush. Natsuki climbs under the chair, then slowly balances onto her feet. Since she refuses my help, I take a seat with my back against the side of the door and simply watch. There we go. See, I can easily do it now. Natsuki grabs a stack of manga and bends down to put it on the shelf below. Uh-oh. The chair swivels. The chair swiveled. Oh, is that what that is? I didn't know. Woo! Natsuki catches herself on the shelf. What are you doing? Can you at least hold the chair steady instead of sitting and doing nothing? Who was it who told me not to help? Yeah, I got you. I hold the chair while Natsuki reaches back up. I can almost see a first. God damn, my boy. Go. I force myself to turn away. Natsuki seriously didn't think this through. When she realizes I'll be dead. Up. Natsuki wraps her arms around the Parfait Girl box, set and easily the largest one on the shelf. Heavy. Hey, Beethoven. I don't think I could bend down without falling. Hurry and take this one. But then I have to let go of the chair. That's fine, just for a second. Hurry up. Alright, let me just stand up. I slowly release my grip from the chair. What do you mean, stand up? Natsuki looks down at me. Why you're all the way back? Natsuki looks like she just realized something. But she'll lose her balance if she moves. Natsuki, the box. What are you looking at? You're trying to look at my Natsuki's legs shake. I'm not. I was just Natsuki. Don't try to move. Just give me the box. You perv. You set me up. Go away. Get out. But I'll do this myself. Chair suddenly swivels beneath Natsuki's feet. Natsuki. Yeah. The scene turns into chaos in a split second. Chair flies from underneath Natsuki's seat. Frantically, I try to catch her. The box topples out of her hand. The box goes flying. I got you. And everyone died. The end. Well, guys, thank you for joining in on today's stream. The full force of Natsuki's body against me throws me to the ground. A whole bunch of box pelt me in the face. Natsuki tries to shield herself with her own arms as her face lands straight onto my chest. Ugh. My right arms and my back seriously felt the impact. Oh my god, my back is hurting me now. Slowly, Natsuki comes to her senses. She presses her arms straight into me to prop herself up. Natsuki seemed to realize that it's not the floor beneath her. Good, gross, gag. A fist pounded my chest. Then Natsuki hoists herself to her feet. What were you thinking, you sicko? Everything okay in there? I heard a lot of noise. Monica suddenly appears in. Monica, see what happens when you put the mangas on the top shelf? Are you trying to kill your club members or something? Jeez. Sorry. Oh, and one more thing. It seems like your most recent club member is a total perv. So I hope you're happy. I didn't. Somehow it's impossible for me to explain this whole bizarre situation to Monica. I didn't do anything, I swear. I know. Don't worry. Monica says that quietly to me. Looks like I'm off the hook. Oh no. My. I look down. Natsuki's kneeling on the floor, holding one of the books that are all scattered all over the floor. There's a large diagonal crease along the page that she's desperately trying to smooth out. Must have landed on the page. Natsuki tries a bit more to fix the crease, but she can't get it out. Suddenly, she gives up and slams the book shut, then throws it on the floor. Instead of continuing to yell, she just lowers her head. Aw, she cries. Natsuki, are you? No. Squeak! I see the tears on her face. I'll help you get the creases out, okay? It's partially my fault, so... Natsuki shakes her head, still looking down. No, I didn't even care that much. I'm just having a really bad day today. Natsuki sobs again. I didn't mean to take it out on you. I really didn't mean to. It's fine, don't worry. Is there anything you want to talk about? Natsuki shakes her head. Just, every day is so hard. I just want to come to the club, and Natsuki falls silent again. I can't press her, so I can only do what I know how to do. Alright, well, I'll help clean this up. I'll move the rest of the mangas for you. Alright, pick up volume 2. We'll set this one aside. This will help cheer you up for a bit, right? We can get started on it once I'm done here. Natsuki looks up with her glossy eyes. Her lips quiver. You're really nice to me. That sounds really strange coming from Natsuki. I didn't expect it at all. Well, I'm just treating you like a friend, you know. Nah. Natsuki lowers her head and another sob. I'm not sure what happened to her today, but being nice is the least I could do. The next couple of minutes are silent between us again as I gather the scattered books. I make sure to slip them into the boxes in the correct order. After a little bit, Natsuki starts helping. It isn't long before we're done, and I hoist the box onto the shelves where Natsuki wanted it put. Then I get on the stool and quickly finish moving the rest of her books from the top shelf. Alright, that should do it. I hop off the stool. Natsuki averts her gaze. Thanks. It's nothing. Natsuki holding the volume I set aside in her hands. Alright, I'm ready. Good. Even if you weren't, I'd make you anyways. You're taking responsibility for what you said. The thing about cheering me up, if you insisting. We sit in the same spot as last time. I opened up a second volume. Natsuki's mood quickly improves, laughing and pointing things out to me. She's surprisingly sharp, making a note of a lot of subtle, repeated jokes and background elements. In the end, I'm pretty impressed on how everything ties together up in this manga. I guess Natsuki has good taste after all. After some time, Monica gets our attention as usual, and it's time to share poems again. I guess I'll be holding on to this for now. Yup. Even you sound more enthusiastic this time. Well, I'm starting to get into it, you know. Yeah, I told you. Yeah. I returned to my seat and slipped the book into my bag. Who should I show my poem to first? Natsuki, the main cheese, the biggie cheese, my main squeeze. Natsuki reads my poem. She glances at me, then back at the poem. By now, she must have a good read more than once. Is it that bad? No, it's not. It's good, really good. Okay? There, I said it. Oh, this wasn't supposed to happen at all. Why can't you just be bad at this? My poems are supposed to impress you, not the other way around. You're trying to impress me? Obviously. You think I'd let you enjoy yours writing more than mine? Give me a break. Well, in that case, what's the problem with trying to impress you? I'll tell you. Natsuki's face is freezes. Like she just realized something. You're trying to impress me? Natsuki vigorously scans her eyes over my poem one more time. Then the poem slips out of her hand and flutters to the floor. I have to use the bathroom. There she goes. Bye-bye. Red-faced Natsuki quickly walks out of the room. Hey, Beethoven, did you do something to Natsuki? I saw her rush out of like that. You didn't do anything terrible, did you? No. I just told her that. My voice gets caught in my throat. There's no way I can tell Monica that I'm trying to impress Natsuki. Monica seems to poem like she reads through it, her smile not fading from her face. I see. You wrote this for Natsuki, didn't you? I mean, not really. In fact, didn't she like your poem a lot the other day too? I'm surprised you know her taste so well already. Are you sure you're not cheating, Beethoven? Cheating? What do you mean by that? Never mind, I'm just kidding. I didn't understand Monica's joke at all. Anyways, how do you think Natsuki feels about you? Oh, you don't need to answer that. It's just something for you to think about. Bro, you're acting like sussy among sus right now. You're acting like imposter. Hey, Natsuki comes up and snatches the poem out of Monica's hands. Neither of us had noticed her re-entering to the classroom. Did you read this, Monica? Of course. I liked it. Ugh, you should really stop reading things that aren't for you, you know. You have a bad habit of doing that. But Beethoven wrote this poem, and we're supposed to share it with everyone, right? Oh, Natsuki's face freezes. She apparently forgot that my poem is technically for everyone to read. Okay, well, I think Beethoven is done sharing this poem with everyone. It's not like anyone would want to read this anyway. In fact, I'm just gonna hold on to this if you insist. What? Why are you looking at me like that? Like what? Never mind. Natsuki, I'll give you the poem, but that's still not very fair to Sayori. She hasn't gotten to read it yet. So what? Well, I guess Beethoven is right, Natsuki. It's not fair if you don't let everyone finish reading it. Fine, Natsuki returns my poem. It's not like she's gonna like it though. Anyways, read my poem now. And no, I won't let you keep it. This is my only copy. Amy likes spiders. You know what I heard about Amy? Amy likes spiders. Icky, wriggly, hairy, ugly spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a cute singing voice. I heard her singing my favorite love song. Every time she sang the chorus, my heart would pound to the rhythm of the words. But she likes spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. One time, I hurt my leg really badly. Amy helped me up and took me to the nurse. I tried not to let her touch me. She likes spiders, so her hands are probably gross. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a lot of friends. I always see her talking to people. She probably talks about spiders. What if her friends start to like spiders too? That's why I'm not friends with her. It doesn't matter if she has other hobbies. It doesn't matter if she keeps it private. It doesn't matter if it doesn't hurt anyone. It's gross. She's gross. The world is better off without spider lovers. And I'm gonna tell everyone. Amen to that. You know what? That was fucking amazing. Not bad, right? It's quite longer than yesterday's. This is way too short. I was just warming up. I hope you didn't think that was the best I could do. No, of course not. Anyways, the message is pretty straightforward in this poem. I doubt I have to explain it. Sometimes you can explain complicated issues with much simpler analogies. It helps people realize how stupid they're being. Like anyone would agree that the subject of this poem is an ignorant jerk. Do you know people like that? Of course. It's about how everyone thinks that doesn't matter. It can't be about anything. I wrote it to be easy to relate to. Everyone has some kind of weird hobby or guilty pleasure. Something that you're afraid of if people find out. They'd make fun of you or think less of you. I thought of it like despite everything that they do, they're still a bad person sort of thing, you know, like even though like that person does bad actions, but he says nice things. Like he says nice things, but he's still a bad person, that sort of thing. But that just makes people stupid. Who cares what someone likes, as long as they're not hurting anyone and it makes them happy? I think people really need to learn to respect others for liking weird things. Well, you're definitely right. At least I can relate to that. And I'm sure a lot of other people can too. You know, I'm glad you can appreciate this kind of writing. I mean, I know I was talking about that yesterday, but I've been enjoying sharing my writings with you, so consider yourself lucky, okay? Well, thanks for being honest. What's that supposed to mean? I'm always honest. Just look forward to tomorrow, okay? Alright, I will. Oh, I didn't even... Oh, oopsie poopsie. Ooh, I like this Beethoven. Has some nice feeling in it. Ah, I'm glad. Does that mean it's better than yesterday's? Let me think. I don't know. I guess I like them both. Yeah, that's not very helpful, you know. Well, I'm not very good at figuring out if poems are good or bad or not. But that's why I just go by my heart. If it makes me feel things, it must be a good poem. Not sure exactly how that works. Then again, I convey my feelings in pretty important part of this whole thing. Yeah, maybe. Honestly, I don't even know what kind of writing you like in the first place. Yeah, me neither. Ugh. Why don't you at least give it a try or some thought? Aw, you want to write something for me? That's so sweet. Yeah, right. But you're always thinking about other people. You need to think about yourself once in a while. If you don't, you might end up getting hurt at some point. Well, I don't really know what you mean, but I'll try to keep it in mind. Well, whatever. Anyways, let's see. I guess I like happy poems. Wait, sometimes I like sad poems too. Sometimes a little bit of both. There's a word for that, right? What's the word I'm looking for? Bittersweet. Yeah, bittersweet. I like things that have happy and things that are sad. Happy and sad. I can't see you liking something sad, Sayori. Well, I like happy the most. But sometimes you have to have a little rain cloud in your head. A sad poem can help you give the rain cloud a little hug. And make a nice happy rainbow. Sorry, that's unexpectedly poetic. It is. Maybe I'm getting better at expressing my feelings after all. Thanks, Beethoven. Go write that down then. You can read my poem now, okay? Bottles. I pop off my scalp like the lid of a cookie jar. It's the secret place where I keep all my dreams. Little balls of sunshine all rubbing together like a bundle of kittens. I reach inside with my thumb and forefinger and pluck one out. It's warm and tingly, but there's no time to waste. I put it in a bottle to keep it safe. And then I put the bottle on the shelf with all the other bottles. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts in a bottle, all in a row. My collection makes me lots of friends. Each bottle a starlight to make amends. Sometimes my friends feel a certain way. Down comes a bottle to save the day. Night after night, more dreams. Friend after friend, more bottles. Deeper and deeper my fingers go. Like exploring a dark cave, discovering the secrets hiding in nooks and crannies, digging and digging, scraping and scraping. I blow dust off my bottle caps. It doesn't feel like time elapsed. My empty shelf could use some more. My friends look through my locked front door. Finally, all done. I open up. All come in, my friends. They come in such a hurry. Do they want my bottles that much? I frantically put them all from the shelf, one after another, holding them out to each and every friend, each and every bottle, but every time I let one go, it shatters against the tile between my feet. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts, in shards all over the floor. They were supposed to be for my friends who aren't smiling. They're all shouting, pleading, something, but all I hear is echo, 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 echo inside my head. Holy crap, that shit, bro, that deep. Sorry, did you really write this? Of course I did. Didn't I tell you yesterday I was going to write the best poem ever? Yeah, but, I didn't expect something like this coming from you. Monica taught me a whole lot. I've been really in touch with my feelings recently. I see that. It's almost kind of creepy. Creepy? Well, not exactly. Maybe because I'm so used to you being cheerful. Well, never mind. I'm thinking too hard about it. The point is, it came out good. You should be proud of it. Aw, thanks. I feel like it was meant to express myself that way. It even helps me understand my own feelings a little bit better. Writing is like magic. You've gotten pretty passionate about this, huh? I hope you keep it up. Yeah, writing's the best. I'm gonna keep writing until I die. Don't get ahead of yourself now. Sorry always has a habit of getting obsessed with something before dropping it no more than a week later. I wonder if this is one of those times, but seeing the passion in your eyes makes it hard for me to be pessimistic. Who should I show my poem to? Oh, I still have to show it to Monica? But she read it already. Don't cheap me out, Monica. Trying to get a double reedy up in that, double rims. Let's see what you've written for today. Well done, Beethoven. Your skills are already improving. Really? Thanks, Yuri. Coming from me, that means a lot. It's nothing. I'm just happy to help inspire fellow writers. I know you're new to this, so don't worry so much if it seems like you can't get your poems to feel perfect. You don't need to be afraid. to be a little bit more daring. Metaphors can go a long way. Don't feel like you need to work your brain like turning a bunch of geese. Try letting your mind wander through your feelings, and write down the things you see and hear. That's one way of truly enable your reader to see into your mind. It is very intimate exercise. I see. That is certainly an interesting technique. Thank you for sharing. I have, an example of that, if you'd like to read, of course, is this poem you wrote for today. Your nod intimately hands me her poem. The Raccoon. It happened in the dead of night, while I was slicing bread for a guilty snack. My attention was caught by the scuttering of a raccoon outside my window. That was, I believe, the first time I noticed my strange tendencies as an unordinary human. I gave the raccoon a piece of bread, my subconscious, well aware of the consequences. Well aware that a raccoon that is fed will always come back for more. The enticing beauty of my cutting knife was the symptom. The bread, my hungry curiosity. The raccoon, an urge. The moon, incensed its phase and reflects that much more light off my cutting board knife. The very same light that glistens in the eyes of my raccoon friend. I slice the bread, fresh and soft. The raccoon becomes excited. Perhaps I'm merely projecting my emotions onto the newly satisfied animals. The raccoon has taken a following to me. You could say that we've gotten quite used to each other. The raccoon becomes hungry more and more frequently, so my bread is always handy. Every time I brandish my cutting knife, the raccoon shows me its excitement. A rush of blood. Classic something condition. I slice the bread and feed myself again. So is that supposed to be like you were the raccoon that entire time? It's a little bit more daring with this one than yesterday's. I can see that. Either that or she kills the raccoon. Don't kill the raccoon, he's cool. It's a lot more metaphorical. I don't know if it's my fault, but I can begin to imagine what this poem is about. That's right. It's a bit more closer to my preferred writing style, so using the poem as a canvas to express vivid imagery and conveying the emotions through them. Was she trying to murder me? And that's the symbolism with the raccoon. I came in and you feed me with the poem, and then I come back and you kill me. Yeah. If I take it at face value, then I can't even figure out what it's supposed to mean. Well, I think it's something that different people can relate to in their own ways. I wanted to express the way I feel for me to indulge in my more unusual hobbies. It's those sort of things I'm usually forced to keep to myself, so I sometimes enjoy writing about them. That's funny. Didn't Natsuki also write something about that? About being so ridiculed for a strange interest? She did? Yeah. She was talking about how it doesn't matter what you're into as long as you're not hurting anybody. She's right. Does she really feel that way? Yeah. Sounds like you two have that in common. Well, that's interesting. To me, she seemed like the kind of person who would make fun of my hobbies. I suppose it's that my fault for judging, isn't it? Please don't tell her I said that. Don't worry, I have no reason to. Okay, why did I say it like that? God, my throat hurts. Well, thank you for sharing it with me. After all, if I hadn't learned to embrace my own weirdness, I would probably hate myself. I might be ranting a little bit now, but I'm glad that you're a good listener. Yeah. Monica, I wrote a poem. Hi again, Beethoven. That was kind of silly with Natsuki earlier, wasn't it? I'm glad the two of you have been getting along so well. That's one way of putting it. Anyways, I already read your poem, but you can go ahead and read mine now. I like the way this one turned out, so I hope you do too. Save me. The colors, they won't stop. Bright, beautiful colors. Flashing, expanding, piercing. Red, green, blue. An endless cacophony of meaningless noise. The noise, it won't stop. Violent, grating waveforms. Squeaking, screeching, piercing. Sine, cosine, tangent. Like playing a chalkboard on a turntable, like playing a vinyl on a pizza crust, an endless poem of meaningless. Load me. Save me. load me? It's even more abstract than your last one, huh? I guess it's just the way I write. I'm sorry if you don't like it. No, I never said that. Just the kind of thing that I've never really seen before, I guess. It's kind of like playing with my space on the paper. Choosing where and how to space your words can totally change the mood of the poem. It's almost like magic. The way I wrote the lines really short makes it feel like they're trying to speak over the noise. I see. Still hard for me to tell what's it about though. Sometimes asking what a poem is about isn't the right question. A poem can be as abstract as a physical expression of a feeling or a conversation with the reader. So putting it that way, not every poem is about something. Anyways, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes you'll find yourself facing a difficult situation decision. When that happens, don't forget to save your game. You'll never know when you might change your mind or when something unexpected may happen. Wait, is this tip even about writing? What am I even talking about? That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. No, I'm gonna go topsy-turvy, goofy shit up in this. We're gonna go no saves up in this bitch. Okay, everyone. We're all done reading each other's poems, right? I have something extra planned today. So if everyone could come sit at the front of the room. Is this about the festival? Well, sort of. Do we really have to do something for the festival? It's not like we could put together anything good in just a few days. We'll just end up embarrassing ourselves instead of getting any new members. That's a concern of mine as well. I don't really do well with last-minute preparations. Don't worry so much. We're going to keep it simple, right? We won't need much more than just a few decorations. Sayori has been working on the posters, and I've designed some pamphlets we can give out during the event. Okay, that's great and all, but doesn't that tell us what we're actually going to be doing for the event? Oh, sorry, I thought you heard about it already. We're going to be performing. Performing? Performing? Monica? Yeah. We're going to have a poetry performance. Each of us are going to choose a poem to recite during the event. But the cool part is, we're also going to let anyone else come up with and recite poems too. Sayori's putting it all on the posters in case anyone wants to prepare ahead of time. Yeah. Sayori, who's been coloring the poster, holds it up for us to see. Are you kidding me, Monica? You didn't already start putting those posters up, did you? Well, I did. Do you really think it's that bad of an idea? Well, no, not a bad idea, but I just didn't sign up for this, you know. There's no way I'm going to be performing in front of a group of people like that. I agree with Natsuki. You could never in my life do something like that. Imagining Yuri shake her head with fear. Guys, no, sorry. I understand where this is coming from. Remember that Natsuki and Yuri have never shared their poems with anyone until just a couple of days ago. It's a lot to ask for them to recite poems out loud for a whole room full of people. I guess I kind of overlooked that, so I'm sorry. But I still think we should give it our best. We're the only ones responsible for the fate of this club. If we start the event and each put on a good performance, then it will inspire others to do the same. And then more people who perform better. And the more people who perform, the better we will be able to show everyone what literature is all about. Yeah! It's about expressing your feelings, being intimate about yourself. Finding new horizons and having fun, that's right. And it's those reasons that we're all in this club today. Do you want to share that with others? To inspire them to find the same feeling that brought you here in the first place? I know you do. I know we all do. And if all it takes is standing in front of the room for 2 minutes to recite a poem, then I know you can do it. Natsuki and Yuri remain silent. Sayori looks worried. I guess that leaves me with no choice. I agree. I don't think it's too much to ask. I think that Sayori and Monica have been trying really hard to get new members. God. At least we could do is help them out a little bit. Well, maybe, but looks like Natsuki doesn't have any argument left. Ooh, okay, fine. I guess I'll just have to get over with it. Alright, phew. Thanks, Natsuki. What about you, Yuri? Yuri dejectedly glances around the room at everyone else's expectant faces. I guess I really don't have a choice. Yay, that's everyone. You're the best, Yuri. This club is seriously going to be the death of me. Good! Oh, gosh. You'll be fine, Yuri. But anyways, let's move on to the main event. I want each of you to choose a poem of yours. We're going to practice reciting them in front of each other. No way, Monica. This is too sudden. Well, if you can't recite your poems in front of the club, how do you expect to do it in front of strangers? Oh no. Don't worry, I'll start off to help everyone feel a little bit more comfortable. Can I go next? Aha, of course you can. Now let's see. Monica flips through her notebooks to the specific poem she has in mind for herself. Then she stands behind the podium. Holy balls, this is a lot of reading for a literature club. The title of this poem is The Way They Fly High. Ahem. Monica begins to recite her poem. Her clear, confident voice fills the room. More than that, her inflection is pristine. She knows exactly how to apply emotion behind each line she recites, bringing the words to life. Is this something she's done before, or is she simply a natural? I glance around me. Everyone has their eyes on Monica. Sayori looks amazed. Yuri has an intense expression on her face that I don't understand. Finally, Monica finishes the recitation. The four of us applaud. Monica takes a big breath and smiles. That was so good, Monica. Aha, thank you very much. I was just hoping to set a good example. Are you ready to go next, Sayori? I'll go next. Yuri's all fired up all of a sudden. Yuri clutches a sheet of papers between her hands and stands up. Keeping her head down, she walks quietly over to the podium. This poem is called... Yuri anxiously glances at each other. I don't know. You can do this, Yuri. It's called Affirmage. After image. I want it to be fancy, man. Affirmage of a crimson eye. Yuri's voice shakes as she starts reading the poem. Just a moment ago, she practically refused to do this. Why she's so suddenly putting so much effort. As Yuri gets past the first couple of lines, her voice changes. It's almost like what happened to Yuri gets absorbed into her books. Her quivering words transform into sharp syllables. Oh, a fierce and confident woman. The poem is full of twists and turns in its structure that she insinuates with perfect timing. This must be a rare glimpse into the whirling fire Yuri keeps concealed inside her head. Suddenly she's finished. Everyone is stunned. Yuri snaps back into reality and glances around her as if she bewildered herself. I don't know, man. It's up to me to save the situation. I'm the first to start applauding. Everyone joins in afterwards. We give Yuri the recognition she deserves. It's not that we didn't want to applaud for her, but we were so caught off guard that we must have forgotten. As we applaud, Yuri holds the poem to her chest and rushes back to her seat. Yuri, that was good. Thank you for sharing. Looks like Yuri's done for the count. Okay, I guess I'm next then. Sayori hops out of her chair, walks to the podium. This one is called Mom Meadow. Sorry, I googled Sayori. It's a lot harder than I thought. How did you guys do it so easily? Try not to think like you're reciting to other people. Imagine you're reciting to yourself, like in front of a mirror, or in your own head. It's your poem, so it'll come out the best that way. I see. Okay then. Sayori begins her poem. Somehow it feels like her soft voice was made as a perfect match. The poem isn't aimlessly cheery like Sayori is. It's serene. I'm stupid. Fuck me. This game's making me feel stupid. It's serene and bittersweet. If I were to read this on paper, I probably wouldn't think much of it, but hearing it come from Sayori's voice almost gives it a whole new meaning. Maybe this is what Sayori meant when she said she likes my poem. It's like I get to reach more deeply into someone I thought I knew through and through. Sayori finishes and we applaud. I did it. Good job, Sayori. Even Beethoven liked it. I guess that's a good sign. What does that even mean? It came out nice, Sayori. The atmosphere of the poem fits really nicely, but it might be the other poems that wouldn't work out quite as well as that kind of delivery. I don't really understand. In other words, I've seen poems of yours where that sort of gentle delivery wouldn't have worked out as well. They might need a little bit more force behind them depending on what you're reading. Oh, I know what you mean. I've been practicing that kind of thing. It's just embarrassing to do it in front of everyone. Yeah. And then next time, I'm going to make you pick up a poem that challenges you a little bit more. We don't have much time before the festival, you know. Okay. Who's next? Natsuki? Don't make me go before Beethoven. It's not like I compare to you guys anyways. Might as well let Beethoven lower everyone's standards a little before I have to do it. Natsuki, it's fine. Might as well get it over it. It's not like I have much of a selection of what to read. I'll just go with what I wrote for today. I stand up and step in front of the podium. Everyone has their eyes on me, making me feel terribly awkward. Oh, I was reading. Oh, the dog ran. I recite my poem. Since I'm not exactly confident in my own writing, it's hard to put energy into it. Despite that, once I finish, I receive applause anyways. Sorry, I'm not really good as everyone else. Don't worry about it so much. I think it's less about your abilities and more about your lack of confidence in your writing. That's something that'll improve over time, though. Yeah, maybe. Alright then. As it leads to you, Natsuki. Yeah, I'm going. Natsuki begrudgingly gets out of her seat and makes her way to the podium. The poem is called, Why Are You All Looking at Me? Because you're presenting. Anyways, the poem is called Jump. It's time to jump or do or not. Natsuki takes a breath. When she starts reciting the poem, her sour attitude disappears a little, while she's still a little unenthused. Her poem has a rhythm and rhyme to it. It's Natsuki's trademark style, and works surprisingly well when spoken out loud. The words feel like they bounce up and down as if giving life to the poem. Natsuki finishes and everyone applauds. She huffs back to her seat. That wasn't so bad, was it? Easy for you to say. You better not make me do that again. Well, do you at least feel prepared enough to recite a poem in front of other people? I mean, doing it in front of other people will be way easier. I can put whatever face I want for other people. But when it's just my friends, it's embarrassing. That's a surprise, Natsuki. I think it would be the other way around for me. Well, that's just how it is, so... Well, I guess in that case, you don't have much to worry about for the festival. That said, I want to thank everyone for coming through. It might be hard, but I hope you all have an idea of what it's like now. Make sure you pick a poem and get enough practice before the festival, okay? I'll be making pamphlets, so let me know ahead of time when you'll be reciting. Jeez. I should probably find some other poem to recite instead. That's fine too. It doesn't have to be your own. I'm already presently surprised that you're putting in all the effort for the club. Makes me really happy. Yeah, no problem. Okay, everyone. I think that's about it for today. I know the festival's coming up, but let's try to write poems for tomorrow as well. It's been working out really nicely so far, and I'd like to continue that. As for the festival, we'll finish planning tomorrow, and then we'll have the weekend to prepare. Monday's the big day. I can't wait. I can do this. Alright. I stand up. There's no way I'll be able to find the same enthusiasm as Saori and Monica, but I'll do my best to get through it. If it's for the sake of the club and impressing Monica. I didn't want to impress Monica, though. Oh, did I just admit it? Oh, God, I'm gonna have to kill you on that. Oh, no. Gonna have to do my best. Ready to go, Saori? Yup. Look at you two, always going home together like that. It's kind of adorable, isn't it? Yeah, geez, you guys, don't make it such a big deal out of it. Must be a little nice, though. Well, how am I supposed to respond to that? It's okay, Beethoven, you don't have to say it. Whatever, let's just go already. I walk home with Saori once more. Even though it's only been a few days, a lot of things have already changed. But today Saori is being a little quieter than usual on the way home. Hey Saori. Sorry, I was spacing out. No wonder. I was thinking about something from earlier. Like how we get to, Saori fumbles with her words. So let's just say that one day Natsuki asked to walk home with you. Huh? What would you do? What kind of question is that? Kind of putting me on the spot here. Well. Man, you gotta put me on the spot like that, though, bro, man. You gotta put me on the spot like that. Oh, is this why she was saying? No, we're going goofy, no saves. We're going with Natsuki, huh? Why does the thought of that make my heart pound? I think I would be afraid of what she'd do to me if I turned her down. Isn't that so cute and fun to be around? Isn't she so fun and cute? I fucking... That has nothing to do with what I just said. Haha, you admitted it. Jeez. There's not even any point in speculating something's that's never gonna happen. Well, maybe. But I just like to think about it. So long before you won't need me anymore, you know. Need you? Sorry. I can't figure out how you're seeing BBs in your head right now. Sorry. Everyone is different. Nobody in the club is requesting for you. If you say so. Conversation trails off and I'm left feeling awkward. But it was kind of her fault for trapping me in such a weird question. I can't just lie to her. But if there's something that makes her happy, I would hate to take that away from her. That's why I said there's no point in speculating. Then again, the festival's only a few days away. Who knows what will happen in that time? Okay. I'm gonna save. Just because I'm gonna exit. Because I'm gonna wrap it up for that. What the hell? fuck? What? Wait. Wait, what? What the hell? Insecure dictionary? This is a scratch disk. Do not use it to store sensitive or permanent things. If you need access to files from the encrypted files share, copy them to your disposable drive and plug it in directly into the client. Do not copy them here. Ray is working on setting a proxy. What the hell? Google Inc. Adobe. Elevated access permissions are required to perform this. Mail. No new mails. No, okay. Pictures? Metaverse. Doki. Sayori. Natsuki. Yuri. Monica. Chibis. Artwork. Ah! Sayori's first poem. Second poem. Natsuki's first poem. Natsuki's second poem. Yuri's first, second, Monica's first, second. Acquisition procedure. Write a poem for Natsuki. Acquisition procedure. Write a second poem for Natsuki. The residential area around the protagonist and Sayori's houses. Corridor, random classroom used for literature meetings. The poem minigame, best known as the storage for Natsuki's manga collection. What the balls? Why is this one not playing? Oh. The side stories are stories of friendship that are unrelated to the events of the main game. To get all 6 side stories, try writing poems for different characters and viewing their special senses. So Monica is about trust, and it seems wait, 6? Oh my, wait, is that actually the time right now? 12:49? Holy balls, that is okay. Well, I guess we gotta get a good outro music in this bit. There we go. Well, thank you everybody for joining me on this wonderful... This part was kind of creepy, but thank you for joining me on this adventure of Okie Doki. I will probably stream this tomorrow, but I'm definitely not gonna continue playing on without the stream, you know? This is sort of a documentary of what happens to me going in fresh to the game. I want to see if anything funny happens, you know? But thank you guys so much for joining me on this adventure of Okie Doki. Be sure to check out my other videos. I make some mildly funny content on there, I hope. And we'll see you guys in the next one. Bye for now. This is RobDog1313 signing off for the second to last time.